guys, it's Gary, Streeter Motorsports. I'm coming to you with a very exciting update. It's time to say goodbye to the beloved Jeep Wrangler that I've had for about a year and a half now, a little bit over a year and a half, about a year and 8 months. Because something new and something spicy has grabbed my attention and has stolen my heart away from my beloved Wrangler. And you're gonna see what that is in just a few moments. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, so time has come. I'm here at the Toyota dealership in Rhode Island, and I just traded in the Jeep for a 2022 GR Supra. Now this thing is nasty. This has the 3-liter inline 6. It's a dual scroll turbo. This thing is nasty. It's quite the drastic change from the Jeep Wrangler. And I'm gonna miss her, I'm not gonna lie. She was good. But it's the summer and we needed a sports car. So let's hop in. I got all my stuff out of Pepper. She's gonna be missed. All cleaned up. And then we got the Supra. All right, so without wasting any more time, I gotta get home. It's kind of late. It's going on 8 o'clock. And the sun's still out, so I want to drive it home while it's still sunny. So I finished everything up with all my salespeople. Everything's all good to go. I gotta give the Jeep one last goodbye. I'm gonna miss you. I really am. All right, let's catch you guys at home. And welcome home. A little awkward. It took me a long time to get home. So when you're seeing this is actually a few days after I got the Supra. And that's only because, like I said, it took a long time for me to get home. And that was on my day off. And then I've had work the last few days, and you know, I get up early to go to work and I get home when it's dark. So haven't had a great opportunity to finish off my introduction here. Yeah, let me introduce you to the newest member of the Streeter Motorsports. I don't know what you want to call it. Squad, fleet, Streeter Motorsports fleet. Without further ado, let's get started. So this is a 2022 Toyota GR Supra, and this is the 3-liter premium edition. Now, I took a couple of days. You may have seen on the Instagram, if you follow my other socials, I did have a white GR Supra the other day. I just was renting that for a couple of days to test drive it to see how I liked it before I went out and made a purchase. Because I don't know if any of you guys know this, but when you buy a car like this, they call it an enthusiast vehicle, or a very special type of vehicle. You know, they don't let people just walk in and test drive it. You know, they don't let people walk in and say, hey, I want to drive this and see if I want to buy it. Like, otherwise people would be in there all the time test driving these things around. You know, same goes with like higher end Mustangs, Porsche, higher end BMWs, and that's just not something you can do. So I went into a dealership, found one, then I went out and rented a 2-liter, which is the turbocharged 2-liter, which is a lot less horsepower, just to see how that felt. And then I made the decision. I found a dealership in Rhode Island, but they were great. They really took care of me. They got the car for me, the exact one that I wanted, blacked out. I didn't originally want the premium, but I'm glad that that's the one that they had, and that's the one that I went with. It comes with some cool features that the regular 3.0 doesn't. And yeah, this car is really great. I have a lot of things planned, modifications wise, and today I just want to do one of the quick things that I wanted to do to it first, which is put on a license plate tint, because you know, the car's blacked out. It's blacked out, and you know, a tinted license plate is kind of the way you want to go with a blacked out car if you can get away with it. I already am kind of risky and rock the no front license plate. In Massachusetts, that's kind of frowned upon. But you know, I rocked no front license plate on my Jeep Wrangler for 2 years almost and had no issues. So I figured GR Supra, you know, if I get pulled over a couple of times for it, maybe I'll end up throwing it on, but for now, I'm leaving it off. And the first thing I want to do, put one of these tinted license plate covers on there. This isn't an insane amount of tint, but you know, it does tint. You can kind of see the difference in the sky as well. So it gives it a little bit of a tint, which is nice. And it's just gonna go over the license plate in the back. And that's kind of like the first thing that I'm going to do to the Supra. There's a couple other things that I want to get done to it very soon, very shortly. Small list I can think of off the top of my head is I want to do that stage 1 tune from boot mode, which just is a 93 tune, runs on, you know, regular 93 octane, which is what this takes now, but it adds 25% more horsepower, and it doesn't take too long, and it doesn't interrupt too much of the stock vehicle, but it does add that extra horsepower. And that way, you know, if I go to some meet, people start asking me like, oh, nice Supra, what do you got done to it? I can be like, well, I got the stage 1 tune from boot mode. I have plans to do more in the future, but that's all I've done now that's kind of what I want to do, you know, just to get started. So, but for now, I'm gonna put on that tinted back license plate cover. But yeah, another thing is that the screws that it gave me, you know, to screw on the back license plate are very short and stubby, because, you know, you're just supposed to screw a regular license plate on the back. But so I was thinking I was gonna have to go to the hardware store to get longer screws. But as it turns out, in the back that came with the manual and the screws for the front license plate, it looks like the front license plate screws are actually deep. So I'm gonna see if I can use these to screw on the back license plate with the cover. So now we got C8 Corvette and GR Supra. Nice little duo. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the license plate screws from the back. That's the other thing. You can't open the back without pressing the actual button on the key fob, which is kind of annoying at some points, but you know, I'll live with it because the car is really nice otherwise. Another thing is, if you're thinking about getting one of these, the key looks really cool, but it is so light. I don't know if it's because I'm used to carrying around that big bulky Jeep Wrangler key, but this thing's really, really light and like feels kind of on the cheaper side. So keep that in mind. Don't be surprised like I was when you grab one of these keys and it feels like it was made and took about 3 cents to make, which is probably how much it cost to make, but still. All right, let's put this license plate cover on. I'm gonna throw back on the regular one so you can kind of have a side by side, see the difference. This is what it looks like with the stock license plate, no cover, no tint. Now I'm gonna rip this guy off and put on the tinted cover, which is not only going to protect the license plate from getting destroyed with any rocks or pebbles that might fly up, but it also is gonna put that nice tint on it, which is going to just help give the car a more sleek look. So I'm just gonna test to make sure that these screws fit in these holes. And it looks like they do fit in the holes, so I'll go right ahead and throw them off. Now we got the license plate tint on. It's not that crazy of a tint like I said, but it is just enough to change up from how bright stock license plate is. But yeah, there we go. So one of the other things that I'm going to be doing to it very shortly is actually tinting out the back, putting, I believe, 20% on the sides or 30 depending on what the legal limit is. I need to look into it. And then I want to do a little bit more of a tint on the front as well. It's all just stock the way it came. I don't know what tint it comes with on the side, but I do want to tint it out just to have it be a little bit darker. And then just wanted to quickly go over how much of a difference driving to and from everywhere I go it is with this car compared to the Wrangler that I had before. This car is fast and nimble, responds really well, really smooth drive most of the time, and it has those 2 modes. So it has sport mode, which kind of keeps the revs a little bit higher so that you have a little bit more acceleration and throttle response, and then it has like the regular mode where, you know, the revs are just at a regular level. You get better fuel efficiency when you're in that mode. But that's the other thing that kind of drove me to getting a Supra as opposed to keeping my Jeep Wrangler, is with the gas prices these days, and then, you know, my need for speed. It just kind of made sense to get something that got a little bit better fuel efficiency, and it was a little bit more fun to drive around in the summer. So again, I'm really gonna miss my Jeep. It was a great vehicle, great first vehicle that I purchased as well. My first, well, not my first car I ever purchased, but the first car I purchased new. It was the first car I ever had that was new, and it treated me really well, and it only started having some issues around 53,000 miles, which were all covered under the warranty that I had from the dealership and from Jeep. I had the 100,000 mile warranty, so when my camshafts started wearing down, which was causing extreme hesitation with acceleration, and it was causing some of the cylinders to misfire, I was getting check engine lights every day while I was driving to work. And so those couple of things kind of drove me away and made me want to make a change. And so this is the change that I made. I hope everybody finds it interesting, and if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. But keep a lookout for some more Supra videos to come soon. Again, we have the Corvette oil change that we need to do very soon. Probably not going to get done until the weekend, but we also have some pretty interesting stuff going on in the shop. There might be a video uploaded soon about that. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update as to what's going on here. And yeah, some really cool stuff going on in the shop. There's a big table back there. And that table is gonna be used to start making some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.